One of the issues is minimum wage for the Republicans, and some have been against it. And so Michael Steele's on MSNBC with Lawrence O'Donnell, and O'Donnell's going to ask him a logical question. What's the Republican position on that? You're the head of the RNC. Let's see how that turns out. Let's go to clip number 3.
Now, you've said that the Republican Party and the Tea Party are locked hand in hand. That's your phrase. And you have a Republican nominee for Senate in Alaska who says the minimum wage is unconstitutional. So is that now your position, Republican Party position, that the minimum wage is unconstitutional?
What I meant by that phrase is, I think, around the issues that we're fighting over this November and the debate that the nation has had about jobs and the economy. We are working together. We have a common interest, a common goal to put a fiscal discipline in place. Every candidate comes to the table with their own particular set of issues that they want to speak to the people of their state or their district about. That's what they're allowed to do. It doesn't necessarily translate that that's the position of every Republican in the United States.
So, Michael, do you want to make a Republican Party commitment to minimum wage workers that you absolutely will not consider repealing or reducing the minimum wage?
Nice try, Lawrence. I don't do policy. I do political. So you need to talk to our legislative leadership and ask them what their position is going to be on the minimum wage.
Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's good politics to reduce the minimum wage?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me what I think. What matters is the effort we put on the ground to help our candidates win this November. They are taking their messages directly to the people. The people are responding, and they'll get the final say on November 2nd at the ballot box.
And by the way, what is the minimum wage, Michael?
You really like the minimum wage, don't you? I want to talk about a lot more things besides one issue, Lawrence.
I had a minimum wage job once, and I had trouble living on that.
The country's hemorrhaging. But look, Lawrence, the country's hemorrhaging jobs right now.
If you don't care about the minimum wage, it's okay to say you don't know what it is.
Look, I know. Look, Lawrence, stop the trap playing here. The reality of it is that is not the most paramount issue that voters out there are facing. When you've lost your job, whether you know what the minimum wage is or not is not relevant. You're trying to get a job back, and that's the debate the nation has been engaged in for over the last year. That's the reality that people are facing right now every single day. The administration has failed to create jobs. So close to 3 million jobs have been lost. And this canard that, we have saved or created, X number of jobs is a joke. The reality of it is the unemployment rate of this nation is 9.7%. Whether the minimum wage is $7, $10, or whatever it happens to be in whatever part of the country you live in, the fact is if you don't have a job, that number is irrelevant until you get one.
Well, the minimum wage is not $7 or $10, but let's move on to jobs.
By the way, he said depending on what part of the country you're in. Well, there's a federal minimum wage, and that's $7.25. And that is paramount to people who receive the minimum wage. He said, oh, that's not important to people. Oh, it's not important to your friends, Michael, because they're all millionaires. But it's important to the guy getting it, whether it's $6.25 or $7.25 or $8.25. Believe me, it makes a big, big difference. I know it's been a long time since a Republican got minimum wage and gave a damn, or certainly the politicians. Like, oh, to these people, what difference does it make? You're so damn poor. $7.25. Why should I bother my beautiful mind remembering such a number? But what's more important, of course, is that he did not make a promise there that they're not going to touch the minimum wage, because they will. They've been against raising the minimum wage in the past, always, consistently so. They were against creating the minimum wage in the first place, and they will be for lowering it or getting rid of it if they get in office. That's what some of their candidates say. That's why O'Donnell brought it up in the first place. And when asked about it, you saw him for yourself. Steele's like, oh, me? Policy? Never heard of it. I don't do policy. I do politics. Unless, of course, I want to talk about policy.